YouTube, what is going on? So guys, I actually got my hands on, check it out. I don't know if you can see that actually. Maybe it's like the camera's focusing on my face, not the camera itself. But I got my hands on the 7Artisans. Oh, there we go. 7Artisans 35 1.2. And in this video, I'm just gonna go around, take some cool shots, and show you guys how they look, how sharp it is wide open, and we'll follow into a more in-depth review. I got some cool stuff for you guys. Stay tuned. And we are back in the studio. Now, I actually took this out a day or two after, I can't remember, from that last clip you guys just saw, because I did have an opportunity to grab some really cool landscapes with it, as well as shoot some portraits, which you guys will see in a few minutes. I really wanted the opportunity to shoot some portraits because that's generally what a lot of people are going to be using this lens for, especially including myself. So I wanted to see how it handled skin tones and really just get an overall feel for how it really performed in that type of setting versus just random objects. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the review. We're gonna go ahead and start with build quality on this lens. The build quality on this thing, I gotta admit, is pretty great. It's got some weight to it. From what I can tell, it actually has an all metal construction body. It's built like a tank. But one of the nuances for me is there is no marker for your aperture or your focus, really. So if you guys look here, I have no idea what f-stop I'm at. So as we go and I show you guys some test photos, I'm not gonna really know besides what's wide open and not. Because obviously when it's wide open, it just kind of stops right there. But that kind of bothered me because it's almost impossible to tell what f-stop I'm shooting at. Now let's jump to image quality. I was a little underwhelmed because on the back of the LCD screen on the camera, the images looked really sharp, like impressively so, even wide open at 1.2. However, after blowing them up on the computer, that was definitely not the case. It was really soft, which if that's the look you're going for, this might be the lens for you. However, for me, I definitely like to have as sharp of an image right out of camera as humanly possible. I thought that maybe it would have been like the focus and it was hard for me to pull and such, which that might be a little bit of it, because when you're talking about shooting wide open at 1.2, manually focusing, literally any movement you make gets that plane of focus out of focus essentially. So it could have been me, but I did use a couple of different features that the Fuji X-T2 has, like zooming in to make sure the focus is actually sharp before snapping a shot. I used a lot of those different things. I used the peaking, focus peaking as well. So I know a lot of the shots were at the very least in focus. However, on the flip side, or the more positive side I should say, the bokeh is gorgeous. In my opinion, it's very creamy, it's very smooth, and looks really great. Also, because of the focal length on a crop sensor, it being a 35mm, it's actually really tight. So it brings that nice compression into the background, at least to your subject, which is an aesthetic that I really like. Now, one of the issues I ran into while shooting with this lens is it has some serious flare problems. Check out some of these photos so you can see what I mean. Keep in mind, these photos were not shot during golden hour, so the sun wasn't in front of the lens, nothing like that. In fact, it was the total opposite. The sun was pretty high above us, and I still got those crazy flares. If you have any questions pertaining to the lens that I might not have covered in this video, or really anything photography related, feel free to leave it down in the comment section and I will go ahead and answer it for you. I'm also going to put a link down in the description for this lens in case you're interested in buying it, or maybe you just want to read some more reviews and see how it's performing for other people. With that said, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It would mean the world. And I will see you all on the next video. Peace!